What's good, y'all? This your country cousin Pete McCorvey, a.k.a. Petey Mac. Man, get on up here. Pull you up one, light you up one, kick your shoes off. Relax, baby. You around family. We on the porch. It's Pete McCorvey's Porch Talk. Let's do this.
What's going on, fam? This your country cousin Pete McCorvey, a.k.a. Petey Mac, and welcome back to the porch once again, man. Yesterday was Halloween, so I hope all y'all went out, got to cosplay as whoever you wanted to be, or for all you other people out there, especially you ladies, you went as the slutty version of whatever it is. I've noticed something over the years. The number one costume that a lot of women wear and be slutty with it, that's Velma from Scooby-Doo. I don't know why of all the characters, like cartoon characters, movie characters, and all this, that, and the third, why they choose Velma. But for some reason, it seems to be the number one sluttiest costume choice, and some strange reason followed by Woody. What happened to going as Playboy bunnies and Marilyn Monroe and things like that? I remember one of my friends said that she was gonna go as a slutty Pennywise. I'm like, slutty Pennywise? I'm sorry, there's no way you can slutify Pennywise. It's gonna scare the shit out of me, because it scares the fuck out of me. So now you can dress up or not dress up enough as Pennywise, and it's gonna scare me. I remember I told y'all I ended up going to a costume party last week because my group, that's the only time we could coordinate our schedules together to go. And remember I told y'all I was going as Dope Boy from Boys in the Hood. Well, for those of y'all that saw me on social media, man, I was clowned for my choice by people saying, oh man, it's West Coast and all you do is this, that, and the third. Man, I got rave reviews from people at the party as well as people online. I've had some people even straight up tell me that they said, man, I was wondering why you were sending me pictures of Ice Cube, and then I had to look oh shit, that's him. A lot of people told me, said, bro, you did that. Even people at the party, one of my co-workers who was giving me a hard time, she looks at, you did a great job. And she actually said, because my little Jericho said, I could have seen you like this in the 80s wearing this, and you would have been putting that shit on in the 80s. You really, this would have fit you. She said, you probably would have been a baby dad of 10 kids. Yeah, so man, what I did for the 40 ounce, because Dope Boy, I was at a 40 ounce of St. Ives. I took a big ass water bottle and I just filled it with apple juice. I don't really drink apple juice like that, so it really did feel like I was sipping liquor, because I'm not really that big of an apple juice fan. But one thing I forgot after not drinking apple juice for a long time, that shit runs through you, boy. I felt bad because I was the person who threw the party. I was tearing her bathroom up. I was pissing like a Russian racehorse during the Kentucky Derby, man. But man, I hope everybody had a great Halloween. Damn shit, we be talking about this it's like Thanksgiving or Christmas. I hope that was great for y'all. And let's finish out these last 2 months of the year. Like I told y'all last episode, I don't think 2025 is going to end too good for me. It started with a bang and looked like it was going good, but then a couple weeks ago, just something happened and it just did all the past 10 months. And I want to say this for going into 2026, me being a Christian, man, I ain't going to say I am the most Christian man out there. I fall short of the glory of God a lot, as we all do, because anybody thinking they not, like Jesus said, he's without sin cast first stone. I just want to say this to the Heavenly Father, man, any test you got in 2026, please don't send it my way. I'm humbly asking you, do not send it my way. I don't welcome the challenge. I need to be left alone. They say God gives his strongest test to his toughest soldiers. Man, put me on the punk list. Put me on the bitch list, whatever it is. Leave me alone in 2026. Because this last one that you send me, this is one I didn't need. Not at this point in my life. I'm not trying to go on a tangent and think about myself or woe is me, but just, I don't, because if you know your Bible, God took everything away from Job, but this is the thing, he had already blessed Job immensely. I'm still trying to climb up the ladder, and then you do this, like, Father God, no, like, let me get to the mountaintop first. Don't do this to me. Because, like, I'm going to be honest, I'm not one of them Christians that preach long suffering and you got to smile and God is good. Like, no, we going to have some joyful days. We going to enjoy some victories. We going to have some glorious moments. Because if we just constantly not having that ain't the type of Christian I'm trying to be. And I will never preach that type of Christianity to nobody. Like, you studying getting kicked and wrong, but yet glory to Jesus. No, I'm never going to be that type of Christian. No, we going to show glory to God, but we going to enjoy some good days in the meantime while we're on earth. Every day on earth ain't going to be paradise at all. I know we spend paradise after we die, but no, we shouldn't be going through hell every day. And that's my 2 cents. I don't know how you feel. I want to enjoy a few good days on earth. If, lo and behold, I get to hit them pearly gates. I don't want every day to be a struggle. That's just depressing. That makes you not even want to get up out of bed in the morning. I'm sorry. My 2 cents, I said what I said. If you're a Christian, you don't agree with it, pray to God, or you can argue with your man. Either way, I don't care. That's how I feel about Christianity. Because like I said before, the people, if this is what you're teaching, people that it's being a Christian is constantly just getting the short end of the stick, then no wonder people don't come to it. I wouldn't want to come to it if you're sitting there telling me, so those people over there are living wickedly, living life and do that. I'm supposed to be your child and you're supposed to bless me and look out for me and have me on your protecting arm. But I have to struggle and I get kicked down and I get disadvantaged at every time. No, thank you. I don't want to do that. So yeah, I understand there are going to be trials and tribulations in life, but there need to be some victories too. And I need some victories. So, and I digress. Sorry about doing that, y'all. I just had to get that off my chest. So China did something that kind of threw people for a loop. China has a rule that if you don't have a degree in whatever you're talking about, you can't give advice on it, i.e. no podcast, anything like that. Nah, I'm going to be honest with you. We live in the age of where podcasts or, and this is ironic me saying this because I'm on one talking to y'all, but we got these podcast people giving advice to people, especially in the realm of dating. And it's become, especially with like black men and women, because you don't really see that too much with Hispanic people. You don't see that much with black people. You don't see that much, not black, you don't see that with Hispanic people, white people, or Asian people. It's this war against men versus women, mainly with black people. And mainly it's people who giving advice and they divorce. They got 3-4 baby mamas. It's toxic masculinity. Women are thottish. Straight up money grubbing sluts or anything like that. The dudes are just players, or they just like either womanizers, cheaters, and all that. And we are taking their advice. I need us to stop taking. We need to stop taking their advice and all that type of stuff. But that's why I get with China on that. Like, if you sitting there trying to tell me something, you ain't married, you don't have no degree in like marriage counseling or relationships, anything like that, we need to stop that. And people talking about, that's censorship and we shouldn't do that. Because I told people, I said, I kind of agree with China on that one. And they're like, we need to stop censorship and all that. And that for Americans to say that, that's crazy how you can say that and be an American. And I'm thinking, you saying that Americans don't subscribe to that train of thought? I said, I'm sorry, because I could have sworn like earlier this month, didn't Jimmy Kimmel get suspended from his show for making a joke about Charlie Kirk, i.e. exercising his First Amendment right of freedom of speech? And, you're talking about that, and I'm just saying, it wasn't until Disney Plus subscriptions plummeted. People said, no, you're going to pull Jimmy Kimmel. We put out subscription, and then, money talk, bullshit runs a marathon. So that's why they pulled him back. So we're sitting there saying China doesn't have the right to do this, but we just really did it ourselves. And Jimmy Kimmel is the latest example of that. Hell, remember Kevin Hart a couple years ago was supposed to host the Oscars. Somebody pulled up a tweet he did from years ago that they said was quote unquote homophobic, and they fired him from that. So, America, don't be throwing stones in a glass house. You know, because we big on telling everybody else about what they doing, but not talking about what we doing. And yeah, a prime example, my mom came to visit me when I was living in Washington State, living in Tacoma, and she said she was going to be in Seattle. So I drove up there to see her for Christmas, and she surprised my Aunt Karen. Now, while we were in Seattle, me, my mom, my Aunt Karen were in Seattle. You know, if y'all know what y'all know about Seattle, y'all know Seattle has been brought to its knees by homelessness and drug addiction. So we're downtown Seattle seeing all this. My mom made it a point to rush back to the hotel to see President Zelensky, you know, president of Ukraine, to see his speech on the floor about us helping them. And I'm rolling my eyes at the thing the whole time. My mom like, well, they got a lot of people that's homeless out there and they need our help because they're homeless and all that. And I told my mama, like, did you not just go downtown with me by the Space Needle and go to Pioneer Square in Seattle and see all them homeless people and them fentanyl junkies down there? I ain't worried about no damn homeless people 1,000 miles away in another hemisphere and on another continent. Like your parents used to always tell you when you used to say you wanted some McDonald's. When it comes to homeless people, we got homeless people at the house. Give a damn about them homeless people over there. We got them right here in our backyard. We need to take care of them. So America we big on doing that, America. We big on telling people what they shouldn't do. Meanwhile, we're doing the same fucking thing. And that needs to stop. Also, speaking of this great union of America, Whoa Whiskey Pete, y'all know what I'm talking about, the Secretary of War. He decided to go pay a visit to troops in South Korea, but had this stipulation when he said any troops with beards would be barred from seeing them. To the Sec War, that shit sounds stupid. As he calls himself, Mr. Head Self, I got one thing to tell you. They don't give a fuck. Don't nobody want to see. Trust me, the troops that got beards, I highly doubt they want to see you. No, but you are not on a... That's one of them people. He's one of them people that swears they mean more to people than what the hell they do. And I cannot stand people like that. People like that, they just like, it's like you were that delusional that you don't understand. Bro, I'm breaking down one of my favorite sayings. This is about saying of mine. I am not Ray Charles. You are not Georgia. You do not stay on my mind. Them folks can give a fuck. Be honest with you, as somebody who's in the military, who had to be around places when dignitaries showed up, 9 times out of 10, we don't give a fuck. Even if it's somebody we don't have nothing against, we don't care, because that means we got to do unnecessary cleaning and put on this bright face for you, knowing 9 times out of 10, you probably ain't gonna come to the space we at. Or 2, you're gonna come in, act like you give a damn about us, and then walk off and out of sight, out of mind. Or you're gonna come in, hi, 5 minutes, turn around and walk away. It's what they call dog and pony shows. If y'all ever seen them horse shows and them dog shows, they used to come on at like 2, 3 in the morning on ESPN. They show the dogs and all that in the presentation. Everybody's prim and proper. That in the military is called a dog and pony show. And I'm gonna be honest. You could send Denzel Washington come up there. Everybody loved it. Women love him. Want to be with him. Men want to be him. Spelling Training Day. Everybody loved Denzel in Training Day. We're not going to want to see Denzel for the most part because we're going to have to clean all day. We're going to have to be here all day for nothing just because he going to be here for 5 minutes and all that. And then, we don't like that. So he really talking about, I don't want to see, bro. We don't care, because if you don't want to see us, that means we go ahead, probably don't have to be there at work, and we going to go to the crib. You blessing a lot of people with beards with an early time off. So I think that you're not breaking their hearts. You know, especially you ain't breaking the hearts of no damn real day-for-day active duty troops as no weekend warrior. I doubt that they care to hear what you got to say. But yeah, that's for New Orleans, entertainment. So Stars has canceled BMF after 4 seasons. People say, I can't believe this happened. And it's, man, I'm going to be honest with y'all. It got over the top and it was time to go. The last 2 seasons were just goofy and unnecessary. They jumped the shark, man. Season 3, we had the god-awful gender neutral or non-binary, whatever the fuck she was, I don't even know. Character Henrietta she got more ridiculous as the season went on, and people were sick of her. And then this 4th season, like I said, that whole escape from Mexico shit they did at the beginning of every episode. Then they had all kind of time jumps. Like, it started off, it was like in 1995. And it stayed in 1995 a little bit. Then the next thing you know, we're here in Devil's Pie by the late, great D'Angelo. So that lets me know, okay, this is like 98 or something. Then it ends with Meech meeting his baby mama, which is, I'm guessing, the woman that gave birth to Lil Meechy, who plays Big Meech. That's Big Meech's actual son, for those y'all don't know. She was played by Scott Jackson, from the Disney Channel fame. Met her, all of a sudden, the next thing you know, one relationship, they got a relationship. And now she tells she pregnant with Meechy. Then you had his sister Nicole, supposed to be 95. She done got pregnant. And her pregnancy moved so damn fast. Because she was leaving for college. Next thing you know, this girl had the baby. And then I'm saying, like, the baby should be just born, but now it's like Then you had the piece de resistance. How they just had that shitty-ass fat suit they had on Da Vinci to show how big Southwest T got, like a Terry got. So it was just a mess. It was complete. It went from something that was real good, then went something that turned into a complete ghetto mess. And then 2 things, because it's supposed to be based on a true story. Well, 1 thing, but about 2 characters is based on a true story. They didn't die. They still alive and kicking. That's the person who played the real live Lamar. That's Landon Beast Simon. And the person who played B Mickey. That's D Mix. D Meek, excuse me. They're both alive, but they killed. You know what I'm saying? It was just too much shit to unpack. Y'all was pushing, doing too damn much. I'm glad they canceled it. They canceled, it turned into a goddamn ghetto mess. And then my number 1 thing I just hated about it, they had Meech on that bitch looking like a ghetto superhero. That man could fight, he could shoot, he was just could have sex. The man was like Shaft, man. It just was like, come on, man, y'all got this man, he too OP, man. Like, this I ain't. So yeah, I'm glad they got rid of it, man. Like, good riddance to it. Like, it started off strong, then it just hit the dirt. And like I said, a lot of it had what I call the classical black show syndrome. Start off great writing. We loved the characters. And then after like the second, maybe even the second season, started like somewhere in the second season, they just got characters doing all kind of BS. And then by the 3rd or 4th season, then it's like, we not even trying no more. It's like, we got your hook, we not even trying. So I, for one, am not going to shed a tear that BMF is gone. Now, as an 80s baby, the next thing I'm going to talk about in entertainment, this one kind of hurts. And that is the passing of Floyd Rogers Myers Jr. For those y'all might be like, who is that? If you've ever watched the Jacksons and American Dream, that's when we got introduced to Jason Weaver, who we know from Smart Guy, and Thea, and there's a singing voice of Simba on the Lion King, and Teddy and ATL, and the Hood Classic Love for Sale with Jackie Long, who also played with him in ATL as Esquire, and also starred my wife Maya in it. Floyd played the youngest version of Marlon on The Jacksons, The American Dream miniseries. And like I said, you've seen it. Either you saw it when it premiered, or you saw it whenever VH1 showed it, either on a Saturday afternoon or Sunday afternoon, because like they show that bitch like 3-4 times a year, and there go your whole day, because they run it. They didn't break it down in the episodes. They ran that motherfucker continuously. He was a Marlon on there, and if you remember, like if you're a Fresh Prince of Bel-Air fan, remember the episode where the Bankses went back to the home they lived in LA before Philip got his job at the firm, and they moved to Bel Air, and they had a flashback, and they showed the young version of Will coming to visit them in LA. He was the younger version of Will on there. They said that the brother died of a heart attack, man. Said he had he was a father of 4 kids. He was an entrepreneur, man. And man was only 42 years old. Just 42. Man, that is tough, man. My condolences to his kids, and R.I.P. to Flora Roger Myers Jr. Man, rest in peace, brother. Now, this next one, it's sad, but ain't as sad as the death of their brother. Old Nelly Furtado, she's quitting music. They said that the joke was, they said she was tired of people fat shaming her, which I didn't sort of see as many people fat shaming as I've seen as people praising her for getting thick. Like Aku said on Samurai Jack, extra thick, because she was looking good, but she said she just want to go do other endeavors. I mean, you know, she been out the limelight for some years, and maybe, I guess, coming back into it, the strenuous schedules of touring, performances, and then on top of that, probably, who knows what she done seen, because, you know, they say the music industry is very shady and got a lot of seedy, snaky people. So maybe she's like Danny Glover on Lethal Weapon. She probably like, I'm getting too old for this shit. And she's like, I'm going to go do something else. And then she's like, hell, it ain't like I've had to rely on this, because shit, I ain't been in the limelight for 20 years, so I just don't need to rely on this. I'm ready to go move on. I had my time. I was young, and it was enjoyable. But now I'm 40-something years old. I got kids. I'm finna go chill. And I dig that, and I understand that, and I wish her the best of luck in whatever she wants to go do. Also, man, the No Limit Cash Money versus. Woo! Boy, hey, man. No Limit did that. They won that one. They did that. But I'm going to be honest, it wasn't really No Limit versus Cash Money. It was pretty much Mia X versus Juvenile. And Mia X, to be honest with you, she put Cash Money on her back. That's why I'm glad that little issue that her and Master P was having months ago, I'm glad they came together and they worked it out. Because, hey, had he not worked it out with Mia X, then he wouldn't the one that, like I said, she was his secret weapon. She did a thing on that one. Like I said, Juvie, I love Juvie. Juvie's always been my favorite rapper in Cash Money. But he ain't hit as hard as Mia X was hitting. I'm surprised they got Unc out there. Snoop came out there, because everybody was wondering was Snoop gonna be there, but they ended up getting Snoop. Everybody talking about, I don't understand why Cash Money didn't have Wayne. They could afford Wayne, man. They could not afford Wayne, because Wayne don't even be coming to award show like the VMAs, the BET Awards, the Hip Hop Awards. He don't be doing none of that, man. Like, so he wasn't gonna come to that. They can't afford him, because I know they had to pay people to be there. But like, I'm gonna tell y'all the moment for me. I was on my couch bouncing when when Birdman had said, I started all this, and then he played. He said, I started stuff. He played Number One Stunner. And then Master P said, yeah, you did start that stuff. But you know what? I was uptown too, and I started. And then he started playing Body. Boy, I was on my couch, boy, just bouncing. Boy, I thought my neighbors was showing up going to tell me, hey, you need to shut the fuck up. But hey, P did that. And then P bounced on all night long. He bounced on them feet. I know the balls his feet hurt. P must have boxed. Or he took some boxing liquor. That man was bouncing around like a boxer all night. And then P, like, what, 6'4", 2 something. Look like he in the neighborhood, maybe 250. That's a lot of weight that man was bouncing around on. So, hey. But yeah, he did. Nah, here come a couple. Like I said, that's right there. When P did that, I knew that it was over. Nah, I knew it was over. But here's the thing. I got 3 questions. Why did Birdman sit there and call Turk a bitch like that? Talking about, when you stop being a little bitch, we can do all that. And man, what made it funny was the fact that Mia X, y'all go see the picture, Mia X behind her, she was like, oh shit, ooh no. She was sitting there looking like, what the hell are you doing, Birdman? Mia X, like I said in the TikTok I made, she had made that face like how your wife make, you know, when your wife sit there and she's gossiping to you about shit her family and her friends do, and then you go to the function, you get a little drunk, and then one of them people that she's gossiping about, she gossip you about, start talking that cash money shit to you, and then trying to like roast you and clown you like, oh, that what we doing? Or you want to put each other business in the street, and then you finna go on a goddamn Rambo mission and unload the clip on everybody. That's how Mia X would look like, oh baby, no, cause like, hey, that shit was hilarious as hell. The second question I want to ask, what the hell was Tamar Braxton and Kelly Price even doing up there? Why was they there? Why? Now, Kelly, she probably got dragged into that by Tamar, because she was just up there on the phone like, man, look, I'm just here, man. This ain't my vibe. She looked like that bougie-ass homegirl that be going to the club with her ratchet homegirl, and that's not her vibe, and she just like, look, I don't want to be in the house tonight, but I'm just gonna come do this shit, and then I'm gonna go on about my business, man. Look, I gotta pull a double shift at the hospital tomorrow, look, and just all on the phone. And Tamar, like, she always been doing the most, man. Hell, Showbiz, y'all know him as Arthur Regis III, who played Alfie on the classic Nickelodeon sitcom from back in the 90s called My Brother and Me. You know, with them 13 episodes they made stretch for about like 10 years, and we wasn't the wiser that was only one season. He put up a damn Instagram, I follow him on there, and he said, what was her big waterhead ass doing? He said, man, she was doing the most that night. So I felt like, bro, she always do the most. He hit it right on the head. She just want to be seen so much. Like, girl, ain't nobody coming to see you, Otis. And speaking of ain't nobody coming to see you, that brings me to my last question. Why in the hell is Mercedes mad that she wasn't asked to beat her? Girl, you got one song that people really remember. Talking about they sung my song. They said, girl, they starting the hook. Because to be honest, you had one album on No Limit. Y'all remember that album, Rear End. And I'm gonna be honest, I don't remember the album being released, but I looked it up and obviously it was released in like summer 99. I don't remember that album being released. And everybody really brought that album just on the strength of that album cover. I ain't gonna lie, that album cover was hitting. It was that one, and it was another one that they didn't release, but it got leaked on YouTube, but I think this person got it pulled. Name was Alexis, and it was Let's Ride, where she sitting there straddled on the hood of that car, looking back, ass just looking juicy as hell. I thought she was a rapper till I heard the leaks. She was a singer. I ain't know that all them years, because I remember getting Master P's Only God Can Judge Me album, seeing that album come, like, damn, when this album come out, and never hearing nothing else about it. But then I said I found it on YouTube like earlier this year, and I was like, oh shit, she a singer? I thought she was a rapper. You had that one album that they really didn't promote all like that. I thought they should, because I ain't never heard nobody bumping your shit. And to be honest with you, that I can tell with Mac, I didn't even know that was you. I don't know who I thought that was singing the hook, but I did not know that was Mercedes, because they never said that. And another thing, they give me my Mercedes. That girl up there talking that deep New Orleans. I said, girl, you from Detroit. You are from Detroit. They found you. I looked it up. She got discovered because she went to Xavier. She was in her second year at Xavier. Did a talent show or something, and P's people saw her there and introduced her. Girl, your ass was not born in New Orleans. You weren't born uptown, 3rd Ward. You weren't born out in the East and Ninth. You from Detroit. Stop it. Have several see with that little wannabe New Orleans. I don't know one thing. I can't stand people who do that. I cannot stand people who grew up one place and may visit someplace or live somewhere, and then they swear up and down, oh, I'm from, I try to talk like that. Like, I dated a young lady, I know I probably mentioned it before, that I dated in Washington. Claims she's from Augusta, Georgia. Talking about, I'm from Georgia, I'm from Georgia, I'm from Georgia. I'm like, nah, for you to say that, and here's the thing, y'all, I was stationed there. I'm asking her all kind of questions about the place. Can't tell me nowhere. It's like I'm speaking Chinese when I'm mentioning certain streets. I'm mentioning certain high schools. And then, like I said, on top of it, I got homeboys there. So I ran a whole fax. Oh, you like run a car fax? I ran a whole fax. They never heard. It's just like, I don't understand why people do that. And now, here's the thing. I know some of y'all going to say that about me, because I know if you hear me talk, if you're a friend of mine, you be around me a lot. Sometimes, because I spend a significant time on the West Coast, I will slip into that quote-unquote Cali accent. And that's not because I'm trying to act like I'm from there. It's because I was out there for so long, and you pull, like, for instance, I can't say homie no more. Like how you say homie, this is me trying to say homie. It come out homie. Like somebody say, what you do? Oh, me and the homie's finna go kick it, man. Or like anything that like kind of end with an R, like, hey man, get in the car, man. Like I've called myself, I don't say get in the car no more. They be like, hey man, get in the car. Or like, hey, where did you put it at in the car? I put it on the passenger side. What? I put it on the passenger side. It's not me trying to do, because I would clearly say I'm from Mississippi. I ain't gonna be like, oh, hey, homie, on the Hound Boys over there. I mean, I ain't gonna really be trying my hardest. She was trying her hardest to act like she had a New Orleans accent. I was like, girl, if you don't sit down and have several damn seats, like, we don't believe you. My own to like music. Oh yeah, music. This week was good with music. Two of some of my favorite artists has dropped. Ellie Dollar Sign. He dropped a tape, Dios Volume 2. Smooth player, lifestyle music. Oh my goodness. Half an hour and 10 tracks of just butter, man. Just straight smooth. Oh my God, I love that. Like I said, I can listen to that man stuff. I want to see him. He's collaborated with another one of my favorite rappers, Bishop Snow. I want to see him do something like Dom Kennedy and Larry June if he hadn't done anything with Larry June. He may have, because you go back and you listen to a lot of these, some of these rappers I follow, you go back and find gems. Like I told y'all a couple weeks ago, I just found out by Heaven Can Wait by Freddie Gibbs. That shit been out for over 13 years. Man, I just found out another song on that album that I love, Men Society. I'ma just have to go ahead and just download that Cold as Day in Hell album and just listen to it. Next person is another person. I don't know why this man is not getting more recognition in the world of R&B, because this man is doing his thing. He a good writer and he a great artist. Leon Thomas released his EP, Folks. It had that smooth, grown folks feel to it. Maybe that's why he called it Folks with PH. You know what I'm saying? maybe that's what the folks are short for, but like this for grown folks, man, that was smooth. That man's evolution as an R&B artist is spectacular. You know, I will go for as to say both of these were perfect. They got great playback ability. Both of these 10 for 10. I had to get because that's what I'm trying to do now. I'm trying to listen to more R&B instead of just rap all the time. So I got my R&B fix and my hip hop fix. But both of them, I think both of them were perfect albums. They didn't miss on them. Now, before I get up out of here, I want to talk about something that was wonderful to me. I'm going to go into sports and talk about sports. My Denver Broncos beat the Dallas Cowboys 44-24. And man, Bo Nix is not taking any prisoners. That man is him. Now, I will say this, granted, a lot of Dallas' secondary was hurt. So that was a lot of people. But like, man, the way them receivers for Denver were running them routes and was wide open, I'm like, come on, man. That's just them receivers good. Bo Nix just him. Like by a couple of them touchdowns he threw, there wasn't a defender within yards of his target. And it was just like Denver put on the clinic, and they only got 2 losses on the season. Everybody's saying they looking like they're going to Super Bowl. I ain't gonna get too cocky, but I'm gonna praise that defense because that our defensive coordinator, hey man, you got job security because like defense. That's one thing about Denver for been consistently for at least a decade now. Denver's defense ain't taking no shots. They coming for blood. But the offense was clicking and the defense was doing their thing. Now, who I'm mad about, I'm mad at them referees. Them referees were calling everything for both sides. Like, good guy. And then when they was calling them, they was giving us all these little descriptions. Bro, I don't care about none of that. Be like, pass interference, number 27, he poked the man in the foot, then he tripped him, and then he kneed him. Man, we don't need to know all that. Pass interference, number 27 defense, 15-yard penalty, first down. Like, we don't need to hear all that extra what exactly he did. Just tell what the infraction was, who it's against, how many yards, what down it is, and keep it pushing. But yeah, Denver, my Broncos, they on the road, and I'm loving this for them. Y'all don't know how great this feels to be a Bronco fan. I need something because, like I said, y'all know my Florida State Seminoles. I was scared because last week was a bye week. I had to check in to make sure we didn't lose in the bye week. You know, because the way we going, we can lose the bye week. But yeah, big ups to the Broncos. Let's keep this thing rolling, man. Mile high salute to Bo Nix. Mile high salute to Sean Payton. Let's keep going. That's been my time on the porch this week, man. If y'all want to keep in contact with me, y'all can find me on Facebook. Just look up my name. Follow me on Instagram, PeteMac10, PeteYMac10. Also follow me on TikTok. That's PeteMac89. Same as it is with Instagram. Just drop the 1 and 0, put an 8 and a 9, man. Y'all like my comments. Y'all like and comment under my posts. Share them. But most important, follow me on both of them. I'm trying to get these numbers up, man. Until next week, though, y'all, be cool, stay calm, and get paid. Peace.